What's up, Hope Shot? Welcome back to Wednesday Night Addiction to Success. I am Justin. I will be your host tonight, and we're going to introduce our speaker here shortly. If you guys are just jumping on, say what's up. Let us know you're here. Hope you guys like that intro. It's a little bump and grinding, man. I love that. Get a little live in here. I know our speaker is going to love that or loves it. So I'm going to read our clarity statement. This is something we read every time we come on live to just make sure there's so we can accept all pathways. Sorry, I'm losing my words tonight. So the Hope Shot clarity statement. We here at the Hope Shot are a group of people in recovery spreading inspiration. We come from all different walks of life and pathways of recovery. Our verbiage may be different at times, but we all have one thing in common. Recovery is a lifestyle. We support all pathways of recovery. It doesn't matter how you get from A to Z, just get there. Thank you for being a part of our family. And I really mean that. So guys, if you're just jumping on, please hit that share button. Let's get this out here because our speaker is going to drop the mic tonight with his story. And I'm going to get him nervous too a little bit because it's fun, right? Yeah, I know he's back there doing it too. I'm gonna say what's up to Allie. What's up, Allie? We got Bubby Kinney. That's our boys' family right there. Becky, what's up, Becky? Welcome back. We got Jessica James in here from Indianapolis, Indiana. What's up? Welcome back. Hey, Jamie. We got, oh man, they're coming in. We got Katie in here. Carolina. Hey, it's good to see you here. We got Julie. Barbara. What's up, Barbara? We got Jessica. Thank you so much for sharing. We got Melissa in the house. What's up, Melissa? Oh man, she was on a couple weeks ago with her book. I'm sober now, so I'm sober. So now what? I got it. I think I got it this time. We got Dustin. What's up, Hope Shot family? Happy hump day. I shared the stream even though you didn't share your dinner, Justin. I made ziti tonight for dinner and I shared it on Facebook. You know, it's one thing I throw down on some ziti, man. It's my favorite. And Melissa, thank you for letting me know I got it right this time. Like I said, guys, share this live feed out. Get it out there. All it takes is a second. Get in here and let us know that you shared it. Put it in the comments. So I'm going to introduce our speaker. Our speaker, his name is Mike. You probably seen him in the comments. He's always representing the Hope Shot. He's always being supportive of us, and he's just this guy that's just an awesome dude. I don't know him as well as I probably should. We're both busy guys with families trying to get our lives together. You know, there's a lot of things we have in common, and we have a lot of kids, and that's it. And we both are in the trades field. And, this dude is he's a plumber and I'm a drywall guy. So it kind of goes hand in hand. But he's just a positive dude always, man, just a dude you want in your corner. So I'm going to introduce him. Please welcome Mike. Mike, what's up, man?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So before I get started, I don't have a voice, so I'm sorry if y'all can't hear me. I'm going to try the best I can to get through this with these cough drops and my Celsius. So I'm Mike. I'm an addict. The problem is me. And I guess I'll just get started. I am originally from Detroit, Michigan. I've got one brother and I've got two brothers and four sisters. We got a big house. I had a good childhood for the most part. Loving parents, a lot of grandparents, a lot of cousins. I had a lot of support my whole life. Things got kind of rocky with my parents, and my mom remarried and my stepfather raised me until I was probably 16. I was a pretty good kid, and then I started smoking pot, started drinking a little bit and partying and doing dumb stuff with my buddies like we all do. Like I feel like in the rooms, a lot of us have that in common. We all started as a kid, and it was all harmless fun, so we thought was harmless fun until about senior year of high school. I started sneaking bottles of liquor into school and getting drunk during school. And for whatever reason in my brain, even then, it didn't trigger that I had an issue until way later. I didn't realize till way later that that's where this kind of started. So life kind of happened. My parents moved to Florida. I stayed behind to find myself. And I found myself homeless and addicted to drugs for about a year. And then my mother called and said, "Do you want to make a change?" Sure. No drugs, no bullshit, pack your stuff and let's go. So I left Detroit with a guitar and a backpack and a whole bunch of hope. And for the majority of my 20s, all I did was raise kids. I worked usually between 80 and 100 hours a week, trying to perfect my trade and get good at what I do. I missed a lot with my kids when they were young. Being on the road and traveling and making sure everybody else's houses were okay and leaving mine, in the dust. So as my kids got a little bit bigger, I started looking for different opportunities and found one with one of the bigger companies in Tampa Bay. I'm still grateful for the opportunity they gave me, but while working for them, I was knocked off of a roof. I fell 12 feet and broke my back in multiple spots. So being the dumbass that I am, I got back on the roof. I finished the job and didn't think much of it. The boss the next day told me it'd be in my best interest not to say anything about it and just kind of let it ride. So, I wanted to maximize my growth opportunity. So I kept my mouth shut, kind of ignored it as long as I could. Time went on and I noticed that I couldn't use my right leg. My right foot started to drop. And I was in a pretty tremendous amount of pain for a long time. And I just dealt with it. I sucked it up. I smoked a little pot and that was it. Like, that's how I justified it. I'm in pain. I work a lot. So I deserve this. That's a common theme for me. I deserve this. I worked hard for this, and then finally 4 years ago, September will be 4 years. 4 years. I finally got the back surgery I needed for so long. And it was great. The surgery was a success. Everything went really well. And they started doing what, so many people share the same story and it's sad, but it's true. They started giving me pain pills and it just spiraled so quickly out of control. My pain management doctor to this day, I don't know if he got arrested or shut down or what it was, but I went to go get my refill and the doors were locked. There's a for sale sign on the door and now I'm screwed. I had heard about people being dope sick before, but I never knew what it felt like or what it could be like until I was dope sick. And I thought I had the flu. So after like a day or two, I'm sitting in my bed thinking about it. Like, this is something more. There's more to this than what I thought. Another cough drop. So I called a friend of mine, a guy that I knew from, the area, told him what was going on. And he said, "Well, I don't have any pain pills, but I got something else and you're not going to like it." So I hung up on him. Like, "You're crazy, dude. No, you're nuts. I got kids. You're crazy." Fast forward about 2 weeks, I'm driving to my brother's house to go fix the truck that I had at the time. Brakes went out up here on US 19 at 50 miles an hour. No brakes and a little Ford Ranger. So I smashed into another Ranger so hard that they had to pull us apart with 2 tow trucks. Like, we were locked together like a couple pit bulls. And that was it. Like, the pain from that accident alone set me off the edge. So I called the guy again. "Look, man, I need something." He said, "I don't have any Percocet. Got something else. You're not going to like it." So again, hung up on him. I'm not doing that. About 3 hours went by and I'm like, I can't take this anymore. Like, I got to do something about this. So that was when heroin was introduced into my life. And at first, I didn't think I had a problem. It was justified. I earned it. I shouldn't have to work in all this pain. I shouldn't have to be out here in all this pain. I worked too hard for this. So it's a plant, right? Like, it's something just like pot, right? It comes from poppy seeds or whatever. So I justified it as long as I could until the heroin wasn't strong enough anymore. So where we are, there's a epidemic right now of fentanyl. And we knew it as other names on the street. And before I even knew what I was really taking, I was already hooked on it. My entire life up to that point, I was a savage bastard when it came to recovery. Like, I could never understand how somebody couldn't just stop taking drugs. Like, it's 3 days. Stop taking drugs for 3 days and you're over it. Like, get over it. Until I tried to stop taking drugs and my whole life fell apart. You know, I'm sick, skin doesn't fit and sweaty and I can't move and I can't breathe. So it became a game of maintenance, you know. My wife came home from work one day at 12. She didn't get off till 4. She came home at 12 and said, I quit my job. Like, you fucking quit your job? She said, yeah, I quit my job. So out of necessity, now I gotta figure it out. Started my business, you know, honesty, integrity, loyalty, always. Luckily for me, I didn't have to do anything that was immoral. I never had to steal. I never had to rob anybody. I lied to my family about what I was doing, but I didn't have to borrow insane amounts of money. I didn't sell my vehicles for dope. I wasn't selling my body. I wouldn't make that much for it anyway. But that's kind of where it's at. Like, to me, the car was nice enough. The wife was pretty enough. The kids were fed. Bills were paid. What do I have to worry about? Why do I need to quit? Until 2020, March of 2020, I'd had enough. I was dying. Like, my skin all turned gray. My beard was this weird color. And my mom even called me. She's like, look, you got to do something. You're going to die. You know, if my dad got COVID, my dad's sick. He's got COPD. He can't get COVID. So they're like, look, we're taking a chance. But if you want to detox, you can come stay here until you get better. They live out in Orlando, about an hour and a half away. So in March of 2020, I said, you know, I can't do this anymore. I got to do something different. So I sat in my mom's.
Mike, you still there? I think I lost you, buddy. Hold, please. It froze. I know. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. So give me 1 second. Screen for. He's gonna sign out and sign back in. I'm gonna remove him. Yeah, kick from studio, kick guest. Try it again. Give us 1 second. Let's get into the comments real quick. He's gonna start right back up. Come on again. Sorry about that. It's probably raining by where he is. Who knows? Let's see what happens. Oh man. Yeah, man, that fentanyl is something else. It's literally plaguing everywhere. I think somebody set it up here. Indiana is getting filled with it. Yeah, I listen. We have a bunch of people that I know. I have a lady. I did a job for a lady yesterday, and and she knew somebody that her son overdosed. So it's literally just taking over this fentanyl thing, and it's in everything. It's in marijuana. It's in everything. That's why it's so scary. Boom, there he is. He's back, and he's prettier for some reason. I don't know why.
It's the lighting.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, wait. Let me get it. There we go.
All right. So, anyways, 2020, I went and sat in my parents' garage for 2 weeks. I sat there sweating and itching, and I tried the methadone route before that. The methadone for me, I was up to 140 milligrams a day. I'd leave the clinic, go to the dope man, and then go home. Like, what the fuck what's the point? So I sat and sweated it out and thought I could white knuckle it. You know, I actually I know a few people from recovery, just from the people I've known for all these years around this town. I called a guy that I look up to and said, I need a sponsor. He said, sure, if you're ready to try something new, you know, I got you. Call me every day for a week. So I called him every day for a week and did everything I was supposed to do. And slowly but surely, my life started getting better. Things started falling into place. Everything was looking great. We bought a brand new truck, my dream truck, an F-150 Lightning Blue, jacked up. It was beautiful, man. We're a Ford family. My dad worked for Ford for 35 years. So being able to park my truck next to his, it just felt good. And I was, it was another one of those summer days where I'd worked too much without realizing it. I had relapsed before I even relapsed. I was working too much. I wasn't going to meetings. I wasn't talking to my sponsor. I thought I could do it on my own. I'm 82 days sober. Like, I'm good. I stopped taking the shit almost 3 months ago. What the fuck do I need NA for? I'm good. Send it. No. So I had a bad day. Called the guy and said, "Hey, I need some Xanax. I need to be able to sleep. I can sleep tonight." He said, "Sure." So come to find out they were pressed fentanyl and I had been clean for 3 months. So it was enough to stop my heart, totaled my brand new truck. I hit 7 vehicles, drove 4 miles dead somehow. Like my last memory was at Gulf in 19. I woke up in an ambulance at Fox Hollow. It's one of those things that's scary. To this day, I'm grateful that nobody else got hurt. That it could have ended so. My mom always says you never did anything unforgivable. But by the grace of my higher power or, my ancestors looking down on me, I don't know what it was, but a lot of people have done a lot more damage with a lot less. So I'm lucky. Um, you would think that would have been the wake up call. But for me, it was the shame, the guilt. I couldn't call my sponsor and say, "Hey, man, I relapsed." That's an embarrassing phone call to make, right? So in my sick mind, it's like, well, I already relapsed, I already lost everything again. Fucking send it, let's go. So I stayed out from June of 2020 until November, and I tried to detox again. This time I was going to do it different. I was going to take a pocket full of Xanax and sleep for 4 days. Like that was going to do something. I don't remember anything about detoxing, so I wasn't really detoxing, obviously. My mom dropped me off and said, "Good luck, man." So I stayed sober that time for maybe 48 hours before I was right back out again. Um, and I stayed out. I started cutting out everybody in my family, my mom, my brother, all my sisters, everybody that knew, like everybody that knows me knows when I'm on dope. Like it's obvious. I look like a crackhead when I'm on dope. I'm not one of those people that like progresses nicely. I go from this to a zombie really fast, like falling asleep at the Christmas dinner table and shit. So I cut all those people out. They all had to go. My mother-in-law was another one that she's got her own story, and I'm not here to tell that for her, but she's got experience and she knows, man. Like she would call me out on the regular, and that was a problem for me. Like because I was actively using, like, how dare you? How could you say those things about me? You know, I'm feeding your daughter, I'm feeding the grandkids, everybody's got what they need. What am I doing wrong? My car wasn't paid for. My car was getting repoed and shit, but in my head, the lights are on. Like, that's not good enough. What else do y'all want? So that went on until my niece moved in with us last summer and from Detroit. She needed a place to stay with her daughter. And, I took it really serious. I tried really hard to stay straight. And, with not doing anything, not working a program, not doing what I was supposed to be doing, it's impossible. Like I'm that addict that without the right things in place, I have no chance. I have no chance of making it. And I kept trying to do it on my own, thinking that, well, I'm a man. Nobody cares. I'm a man. Nobody gives a shit. Suck it up. Tough it out. You'll be fine. Suck it up. And finally I snapped. And it was obvious, I'm passed out on the front porch when my niece is walking by, like, this can't happen, And it got to the point where she had to move back to Detroit. She had to leave. And I carried that guilt for a long time and felt responsible for it because I was, in a lot of ways, I was responsible for everything that happened. There were other mitigating factors, but for the most part, it was because of my active addiction. But one of the things she said to me before she left was, I know you say you want to get sober, but what are you going to do different this time? Because you've tried it this way, you've tried it this way, you've tried it this way. What's going to be different? It blew my mind. Shit, everything has to be different because I've tried this by myself. I've tried this going to a meeting every now and then. I've tried calling my sponsor half-ass. I I fail every time. I can't do this on my own. So she moved out in late July or early August, and I was off to the races. I was gone. The guilt, the shame, the guilt, and that went on until with fentanyl and with cocaine, I started using a needle because in my head it was, well, I'm not an addict. I'm not an addict because I never used the needle, until I did, and for me in my sick mind at the time, I guess I thought that I had used the needle. So now I'm part of the club, I guess. Now I can be an addict. As sick as that might sound, it's my truth. So uh, September 5th of last year, I posted a picture of it the other day. It's absolutely hilarious to me. Makes my mom sad, but I look like Pasco zombie. I got arrested. I was actually in a cop's driveway doing a plumbing job for him. Passed out in the truck, and somebody walked by and saw some guy passed out on the side of the road. So Pasco showed up, knocked on the window. Turns out I had 5 warrants. I had no idea for the accident I was in 2020. Shit. Well, this is it. Time to make a change. So I went to jail, and my whole family deserted me at that point. They didn't know what to do. You hear all this stuff about tough love and not enabling people, and it's correct. You can't enable somebody. You can't love them to death. But my family, they couldn't be part of it. They couldn't co-sign my bullshit anymore and watch me die. So they just cut me off. They stopped responding to me. They wouldn't answer my phone calls. They didn't want to hear it. In the meantime, I doubled up on my use because I was trying to hide all that pain. I was suffering, and I started seeing shadow people and cops that weren't there. I called the cops on myself. I sat in my driveway at 4 o'clock in the morning with my hands in the air, waiting on Pasco to get here because I thought they were coming to raid me. It's funny now, but it was not funny then. And after September 5th, I stayed clean off opiates until the week of October 15th. It was another one of those things, thought that I could handle it, thought I could do it once. And within the matter of a week, I overdosed 2 more times. Once while I was driving and hit a parked car, went to jail. Got out of jail, right back to the same shit. Like I thought anything was going to be different. My wife went to go get my son from school, and I thought, well, I got a minute, and I did the deed, and that's the last thing I remember. I woke up in an ambulance on my way to the hospital, and they told her I was gone. She had no idea I was even alive. But they restarted my heart on the way to the hospital, and the doctor told me that 70% of the people that come in that condition don't live to see another 30 days. And it hit me. That's when it got real, I guess, was like, holy shit, I'm going to die. Like, if I don't stop, I'm going to die. And I walked out of the emergency. I was so mad because my wife called my mom. Like, you don't call my mom. If my mom gets involved, it's a wrap. Everybody knows I'm terrified of my mom. She's about this big, but she's terrified. Don't mess with my mother. So I walked out of the emergency room parking lot. My mom is there, my brother is there, and my dad is there. And they're cussing me out. Just whip the fuck off on me. And I told them, shut up and listen. Just let me tell you what's going on. And I explained everything to them. They said, well, what do we got to do to help you? You already did it. Like, you're here. You showed up. This is all I needed, I guess, because I'll go to detox tomorrow. So we went home that night. The next morning, my wife took the babies to her mom's, down the road. And I'm playing football with my son in the front yard, and DCF pulled up to come take my kids. When I saw the sheriff car pull up, I knew what it was about. And before he even got out, I told him, I'm done, dude. Like, you don't have to bring the minivan. You don't have to load my kids. I'm done. Tell me what I got to do to make this right, and that's what I'm going to do. So the Pasco County Children's Services actually played a huge role in my recovery early on. They gave me an opportunity to keep my kids, but I had to submit to random urines, just like anything else. I had to submit to random urines. They'd show up at 6:45 in the morning, wake me up, put a cup in my face. Um, the first couple months, I couldn't be here alone without supervision with the kids. But anyways, the next morning I went to detox. I was gonna go do a plumbing job before I went. My brother and his wife had come out to stay with us that night, and my brother, at the time, I didn't realize my brother was so affected by it. But he's like, "Look, we're not going to work. Like, there's no reason for you to go to a job so that you can find another reason to get high. We got to go right now. Like, we have to go now." So we went, and the whole way in, I'm trying. Can I smoke another cigarette? Maybe I should go to the hospital. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. Nope, you're going. Like, my brother almost hit me on the porch of the detox. So after I think I was there for 5 days, um, they let me out. They let me come back home, and I started taking random urines for safe at home. Within 2 weeks, I got my kids back supervised, and then within a month, I think it was a month or so, I passed 4 or 5 consecutive tests. They let me have my kids unsupervised again, under the understanding that if I popped dirty for anything, they were taking my kids. That was it. Like, this was the last straw. And if you know me, you know that there's two things in life I'm good at: plumbing and being a dad, and that's literally it. Like, that's my wheelhouse. I live for my family, and knowing that, my brother also said on the way to detox, he said, you can't keep doing this, because I can't walk your kids to your coffin and explain to them why their dad won't wake up. And that that still affects me to this day. As an addict, we have thoughts, we have intrusive thoughts, we have cravings, we have these things that creep in, and we can't control that. That's life. But that one statement, that one sentence has saved my life every day the last 260 days consecutively, because I can't fathom the thought of my brother having to walk my sons to my body to say goodbye. And that was it for me. You know, um, I got out and called my sponsor immediately, said, "Hey, I was hoping you would be my sponsor again." He said, "I didn't know you fired me." I haven't talked to him in over a year, and he took me right back. So I'm working on step work. I'm still not doing as much of it as I should be, but I'm going to at least one meeting a day. Um, I'm super plugged in to the recovery scene around here. I talk to a lot of people and try to spread as much hope as I can. Because if a guy like me, that thought it was impossible, became addicted, and now, I fight for another 24 every day. If I can do it, then the worst of us can do it. One of the things that keeps me going too is the guy that I called for the drugs. The guy that got me started has been in recovery for 2 years now. He's also a recovering addict, and he spreads hope every day. I think he's watching. What's up, Brett? Um, that gives me hope, knowing how bad he was and how I was and the shit we were doing together. Like, this guy broke my door handle out of my car, like Pasco County special. But we're both out. He's got kids now, and we're trying to be honorable, honest men. And since I've been sober, brand new vehicles. I'm somebody that my parents can rely on again. They call me and they know what to expect. They know I'm not going to be going off about cameras and fake cops and all this other shit. My kids, when I walk in the door, my kids don't freeze anymore. They know who dad is. They know what to expect from me. My customers know what to expect from me. I can live with integrity, honesty, respect, loyalty, all the principles that go out the window with active addiction. I get to enjoy now because I don't have that overhead, that deficit every day that you got to fill just to be well, just to be well enough to go to work. And I'm grateful to NA for that. And without NA, I can't do this alone. I end up doing the same thing every time. And for me and my truth, I have to maintain this every single day with the same energy that I chase dope with. Because if I don't, my addiction's outside of the door doing push-ups, waiting for me to slip. And I can't afford another slip. Another slip for me means I'm dead or I'm in prison, and my family doesn't deserve that. My kids, my wife, my parents, my brother, they don't. They deserve the best version of me because they believed in me even when I didn't. So, and that's where I'm at. I also started contractor school. I'm working on getting my own plumbing license instead of renting one from somebody else. My business is thriving. Everything is good. So and I owe it all to recovery and the hope shot. And that's where I'm at.
Awesome, Mike, man. That's some good stuff right there. I just love hearing, other people's message. That's one thing that I love about, the internet, about sharing stories, man. It's always different. We always have different viewpoints, how we're raised, how we used all of it, man. We can go zero. Some people go 0 to 60 real quick, and some people it takes a lifetime to get to that point, or they're manageable their whole lives but miserable. Like we have a lot in common, man. Like with the whole, work, and like as long as the lights are on, as long as the bills are paid, everything's great, until it's not.
Right.
It's crazy thinking, man. It's like, oh well, at least I have this, or at least I got that, or I'm not there yet. Those yets, man.
Right.
Could get us in trouble. I'm gonna blow this up, man, so I can get you closer, man. I love that about this thing too, man. I can blow you up again. I have a big head though. I don't even back this thing up. That one thing you just said, man, giving your family the best version of yourself, you know, um, and how you affected your brother, man. It's so true. Like we could sit here and put ripple effects out into the world. What are they going to be like? We don't know who we affect, man, by our selfishness, by our using. What are we doing to the people around us that mean the most, that actually care about us, that want us to see us good? Because, dude, a person like a lot of us, people that are addicted, there's no fear, literally. There's a little bit of fear, but I mean, we'll mix stuff and do things. I was just talking to somebody yesterday about that. When you have zero fear of what it looks like, that is a bad situation to be in right there. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, and I'm gonna hit on a couple points, man. I'm gonna read some comments real quick. Um, let's see. Oh, they're doing something different this time. We might go through the recovery process. We might, get some time under our belts, doing good, man, just and think we got it. And next thing you know, we throw it all away. And we sitting there, that shame and guilt, man, shame and guilt running in through our head, man. You don't want to admit some things. You don't want to look like this. You don't want to admit that you screwed up, because we're, but it's, there's freedom that comes with that. And then also, like when we go in to start doing our recovery process again, it's like sometimes it screws us up when we know some things. You know what I mean? Like I know some things, man. I look, man. I know how to do it, man. I've done this before. I gotta go to meetings, man, and I gotta do da. You think you know some things, but
Body full of dope and a head full of recovery.
yeah.
Right?
Oh man, that is a bad. I'm telling you. I know a lot of people, man. I know what to do, man. I just gotta get a stop contact, da da da. And sometimes it is, but we got to get on another level if it's tripping us up every time. I was the dude that tripped up every single time. Okay, what do I need to do to make this successful? How do I get to a point where I don't need to keep doing this to myself and throwing everything, new truck, new this, almost killing some people? Like, when is it going to be that time where I'm like, you know what? Enough is enough. And I'm going to freaking do whatever it takes to get this thing done, because I have a lot of shit, man. I know some things, man. I know a lot of things, matter of fact. But man, that's a bad place to be, man, knowing all that shit with no application. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I posted a meme, or I posted a meme a while ago. It has a dude carrying his head. He's like, "This is what it looks like with all what is that? With all that knowledge and no application." And he's carrying around his big old head and a little body. you know.
One of the guys told me when I first started, did that back in March when I first got clean. I was talking about all the wreckage and all the chaos that I caused, and he said, if you think this is bad, you think you hit bottom now. Every time you go back out, you carry a shovel. And it didn't, at the time, I'm like, it's another one of those dumbass NA things, right? Every time I went back out, I found a new bottom, until my bottom came up to meet me and
Yeah.
said, you're done, bro. Like, this is it. It's a
Yeah.
wrap. We're going to see Jesus. That's it.
Yeah, man.
You know?
It's like your bottom rescue. That's another thing, man. Like we talk about getting arrested and shit, man. That's a savior right there, bro. That's a savior. Save my
Absolutely.
But yeah, let me read some comments up in here, man. I'm not gonna go too far back. We got Alicia says, try Wisconsin CPS. They do their job, yes, but horrible. Let's see. We got Terry in here. Be so proud of yourself. What's up, Terry? Let's see. We got Brianna says, be proud of you, friend.
Love you, Brianna.
We got Ali says, wow, I got tears in my eyes. This is absolutely amazing. A real hope shot. Thank you so much. So much experience, especially for coming out with barely a voice. So intriguing. Yes, that's what's up right there.
I'm crying.
No, man, you showed up, man. Must be, I don't remember my voice. You're like you're like screaming just to get some words out.
And the more I do it, the worse it gets. I'm trying to sell jobs. Like, hey, you need water.
It's like a damn psycho.
You go psycho.
Jessica says, Mike, you have so much hope to offer the hopeless. We got Christy says, very, very proud of you. We got Verna says, thank you, Mike, for sharing your story with us tonight. We got Dustin says, thank you so much, Mike. This was the daily dose of hope I needed tonight. Pat says, great story, brother. Proud of you. Your family's proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Doing great. Keep it up. Oh, man, it just skipped out real quick. Let's see. We got Jamie says, great story, Mike. Thank you. We got Sky. What's up, Sky? She says, thank you for sharing your experience, strength, and hope. Grateful you found the road to recovery. Keep kicking ass, brother.
Thank you.
Lisa says, love the raw truth. We got Hope Sunshine. I love that name. Stay strong. We're proud of you. 7 years clean. Congratulations.
Huge. 7 years is huge.
It's a hope shot right there.
Yes, sir.
We got Julie says, proud of you, brother. Love you.
Love you too, sis. It's my sister.
That's your sister?
That's my favorite sister. She's the favorite kid too, that bitch.
We got Mike. I got Scott says, Mike, I got a lot of that. I am full of. I am grateful that you have shared. Oh, sorry. Maybe I need to start over. Mike, I got a lot out of that. I am grateful. Okay, I got it. I'm grateful that you have. Sorry, sometimes I need phonics too. You know what I mean? I am grateful that you have shared your story tonight, and I am 7 months clean, and I have a great story when it's time for me to share, and was at the bottom. Congratulations, Mike. Scott.
Can't wait to hear it, bud.
Yeah, man. If you want to listen, guys, I also put the link in there. If you guys want to come on here, come on the lives, share your story. Like, let's share some hope. Everybody has a story. Okay. Don't think that you do not have a story. Everybody has a story. And this doesn't just help me and Mike, like this helps everybody. Like Mike sharing the story. Mike, did this help you tonight, man? Sharing your story?
It kept me clean all week. Looking forward to it, man.
That's it, man.
That's the hope shot, right?
That's the hope shot, man. Listen, I'm just a vessel. That's all I am. I'm a vessel that put this thing together, that just wants everybody to be a part and get on here and share your story, because you have something to offer, and you're just like holding it from people, and like you're being selfish by not sharing your story. I'm gonna put that out there.
That part. What did they say last week? It's your story. Lisa said it. It's your story. How can you fuck it up?
You can't. I mean, listen, I could overthink it and really fuck it up. You know what I mean?
We're good at that, right?
Yeah, man. I always overthink. Let's see. We got We got Joshua Sanders. It's 3/11/19. We do recover. Congratulations, my friend. We got a March baby. You're a March baby too. I'm a March baby. Man, this thing just went. Let's see. We got Bubby says thank you for helping Mike help someone else. Much respect, brother.
Love you, bro.
We got. Oh, wait, got Terry says I see a big difference in you, Justin. I hope so. I think I knew you when I was all messed up too. I think that's when I seen you. We got Alicia says, "Good for you, man. Way to do it for you, your kids, friends, and loved ones. Addicts still struggling and in recovery." Let's see. We got Melissa Johnson says, "Amazing story. Wish my husband would have got it. Hate that the disease ate him alive. Struggling with it tonight." I hope you find some relief. Make sure you reach out, Melissa, and don't keep it in. Whatever you do, always put it out there. Share it, share it, share it. We got Aaron says my family's rock bottom was a dose of Narcan, and initially did not working. Now they are scared, which isn't bad. Yeah,
I want to touch on that for a minute.
Go ahead. Yeah.
The stuff out there right now, just from what I've heard and seen on the news and heard from Pasco County, this shit is fatal, man. And it's Narcan resistant. Whatever this ISO thing is a lot worse than the stuff that we had even 9 months ago, 10 months ago, So if you're struggling, please go to a meeting, call somebody, call me, text me. I don't care who you are. I'll talk to you 24 hours a day. Just call. Don't call him. That guy don't love you. That shit don't love you.
Yeah.
And that last one, you might be right. That last one might be your last one. That's a scary thought, man.
Yeah, nowadays, man, you never know. It's a death sentence. It's playing Russian roulette with life.
It's in everything now.
Yeah, man. Weed. Listen, there's marijuana, man. It has it in marijuana now. I have, we're connected with people for about overdoses and stuff, and man, they're putting in marijuana. They're putting in every little detail that they possibly can, trying to kill people. It's literally, I feel like that's the World War III of this deal is they're trying to kill people inside out.
117,000 deaths from overdoses, and 70% of those were from fentanyl and ice in the last 12 months. Scary.
I actually just got a flyer. Actually, I'll post it tonight. Talking about ISO. So I actually just got it. I think I got it beginning of this week. And I'll post that just to get some more info on it. Let's see. We're gonna go through a bit. I guess we're cracking Allie up. Let's see. I'm thankful they live with me now. I'm thankful they live with you too, buddy. And then we got Scott says, "Thank you, Justin, for sharing your thoughts and time with each and every one of us addicts. God bless you, brother, and many more to come." Yes, sir. Thank you for watching. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Mike. No voice at all. I think you ate like 5 cough drops sitting here with me.
7. I only have 3 left.
7, man. I was just trying to give you some credit, give you a little bit.
I'm an addict. I do everything to extremes, right?
Cough drops and all.
No such thing as halfway crooks.
Nah. Oh man. So thank you all for being. Thank you again, Mike. It's an awesome experience every time I come on here and get to share your story with you. It's just I'm grateful to be able to do my part in all this, and it's just awesome, man. I love it. So thank you, man. And if you guys, like I said, if you guys want to sign up, I put the link in there. Just look for the link. It brings you to a page. Just answer the questions, put everything in there. Please put a short description and recovery story. It helps me to know who you are a little bit. That's pretty much what it is. It's like I'm trying to get to know you a little bit, to get you on here. So if you guys want to, just fill it out. We're going to do spots on Sundays. Mike, you're going to be on Sunday, when you get your voice back. So cool. that way you can think about that too. Oh shit. Well, shout out to JR Weaver. What's up, man? I think he's Recovery Revolution. Shout out to him. Good to see you in here tonight. And that's it for tonight, guys. So we have Sunday coming up. This Sunday, we do our topics live, 8 p.m. You guys can join us. We're going to have the whole crew with us, and we're going to be sharing hope. So thank you all for being here. I love you all. Have the great rest of your week, and we'll see you Sunday. See you.